Mrs. Stewart here. Today I'm going to be reading you a book about my favorite artist, Vincent van Gogh. Painted this artwork called The Starry Night, and I'm sure that you remember that it's hanging in my classroom and you guys always ask me about it, so today you're going to find out about it. The title of this book is Vincent van Gogh, Sunflowers and Swirly Stars. Stories of the not rich and the not famous. Did you think Vincent van Gogh got rich from being an artist? I did. I heard on TV that one of his paintings sold for over $82 million. It is called The Portrait of Dr. Gadget. Painting would be a cool way to earn lots of money. I thought Van Gogh was lucky to have earned that much just for one picture. That is why I picked him for my artist. But then I found out the truth. Van Gogh was poor his whole life. He did not become famous until after he died. Vincent van Gogh was born on March 30th, 1853. He lived in a little town in Holland named Roet Zundert. His father was a preacher and his mother was a housewife. There were 6 kids in his family and he was the oldest. There's him as an adult and there's him as a kid photograph. Vincent's favorite brother was named Theo. Theo always tried to help him get out of trouble, and Vincent got in plenty of that. School was no fun for Vincent. He got bad grades and had a hard time making friends. He quit school when he was only 16. Luckily, Vincent's uncle gave him a job at an art gallery in Holland. This was his first big break. At home, Vincent didn't get to go to art museums. There weren't any art books around either, but at his new job, Vincent saw art all day long, so he really liked it. He was so good at his job that his boss gave him a promotion. He sent him to work in an art gallery in London, England. Things were looking up. A picture of the art gallery where he worked. Soon Vincent was in trouble again. He fell in love with a woman who did not love him back. He felt sad all the time. Sometimes he forgot to go to work. And guess what? He lost his job. Now Vincent needed a new job. He tried being a teacher. That did not work out. He tried selling books in a bookstore. And that did not work out either. He tried to be a preacher. Nope. Vincent felt like a failure when these jobs didn't work out. Next, Vincent decided to be a painter. He didn't start out as a great artist. Most artists begin painting when they're a lot younger than he was. Vincent had a lot of catching up to do. He practiced by copying other artists at first. 2 of his favorites were Rembrandt van Rijn and Jean-Francois Millet. They painted with dark colors, so Vincent did too. Vincent wanted to paint pictures of things he cared about. There were lots of poor people in Vincent's neighborhood. He worried about them. He painted a picture of them and called it The Potato Eaters. Vincent worked on the picture for months. He was proud of it, but the colors were dark and the people looked sad. I don't like it. Nobody else did either. Next thing Vincent did was move to Paris, France. The best thing about Paris was that Theo lived there too. Vincent and his brother became roommates. Sounds great, huh? Wrong. Vincent was a pest. He liked to argue. He was messy too. Sometimes he just tried too hard. He got so excited about painting that he drove other people crazy. Theo's friends did not like Vincent. They wouldn't come over anymore. Theo wanted Vincent to move out. After 2 years, he finally did move out. Vincent and Theo, of course, stayed best buddies, even though they fought a lot. Everyone else ignored Vincent's paintings, but Theo always told him how good they were. I agree with Theo. I think Vincent's pictures are great. Everything in them looks alive and moving. The sky, the trees, even people's clothes and skin. And that is a portrait of Vincent's friend, Pierre Tanguay. Vincent left Paris and headed south to Arles, France. He moved into a house that he shared for a while with another painter named Paul Gauguin. The house was yellow. Yellow was Vincent's favorite color. Vincent painted all the time in Arles. He got better and better at it. He liked to paint pictures of people, but there was something else he liked to paint: flowers. Every morning he got up early and picked a bunch of yellow sunflowers that grew near his house. Vincent would paint still life pictures of the sunflowers until they got droopy. Sometimes he painted 2 sunflower pictures in one day. His sunflower paintings looked happy. I think he was in a good mood when he painted them. This section is titled Weirdo. Vincent didn't like to paint from his imagination. He usually went outside to paint things he saw. He painted all day in the hot sun. When it got dark, he stuck candles in his hat and just kept working. The people in Arles thought Vincent was weird because he did things like that. As usual, Vincent didn't have any friends. He couldn't sell any paintings. He was lonely and sad. Here is a picture that Vincent painted of his bedroom in Arles. One day, Vincent went a little crazy and cut off part of his ear. He gave it to a woman as a present. The police came and took him to a hospital. He almost passed away. When he got better, he kept on painting, but he was never really the same after that. If I met Vincent van Gogh, I would ask him 3 questions. 1, were you sorry you cut off your ear? 2, which one of your paintings do you like best? And 3, what was the happiest day of your life? And I would tell him something too. Don't worry if you don't sell any paintings right now. Someday you'll be famous. There he is after he cut off his ear. I feel really sorry for Vincent van Gogh. He had an unhappy life. When he was 37 years old, he committed suicide. That makes me sad. I think it would make Vincent happy if he knew that people love his paintings now. Theo's wife saved Vincent's paintings and letters. When her son grew up, he put them into a museum and Vincent became famous. And there's the Starry Night again. These are the things that surprised me about Vincent van Gogh. 1, he was not rich. 2, he cut off part of his ear. I wish he hadn't done that. 3, he only sold 1 painting during his whole life. It was called The Red Vineyards. 4, he was only an artist for 10 years. He started when he was 27 and died when he was 37. He made over 1,700 drawings and paintings in that short time. That's almost 1 for every 2 days. 5, he thought the name Van Gogh was hard to read, so he signed his pictures with just his first name, Vincent, like this. These are the words I learned from reading about Vincent van Gogh. Portrait, a painting or picture of a person. Self-portrait, a portrait a person makes of himself or herself. And still life, a painting or picture of things that are not alive, even if they used to. The end.